What's happening, people? Welcome back to the show. This is the Upper Tier Podcast, the football podcast we bring you each and every week. If you could subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button and drop a like in the video. Another Shankly Sessions, quick preview for you. The big game tonight, Liverpool away at Frankfurt. A massive game for us. Could the inconceivable happen, like where we go 5 losses in a row? I would hope not. Looking at both teams with similar struggles at the moment, a little bit blunt in front of goal, but shipping goals as well at the back. Frankfurt at the moment have conceded 10 goals and scored 3. So you would think going into this would be a massive opportunity to give some of our front players the opportunity to score potentially a few goals and get back to a little bit of confidence before we go into that tough game on Saturday night, 8 o'clock against Brentford. We will be doing a watch along for that as well, so if you want to join us, have a bit of crack on Saturday night, crack open a beer, whatever it is, and we'll have a bit of crack as well doing that. But yeah, really tough game coming up tonight. We are away at Frankfurt, kind of home soil for some of our signings and stuff like that. Florian Wirtz, Ekitike, and of course Frimpong and all very familiar with this situation, so hopefully that bit of insider knowledge, to say the least, might be able to help us out as well. But it's a massive game for Arne Slot. A lot of pressure on him at the moment. What's the lineup going to be? Who's he going to pick? How are we going to go with formation? Does anyone out of form sit down? Does he make those big decisions? Nothing but 3 points tonight would be acceptable, or else we're in serious trouble. You've seen all the Premier League teams last night absolutely doing a madness, all playing really well, confident wins and stuff like that. Arsenal just pouring at the moment. Man City again with Haaland. Victor Yerke's getting goals. Newcastle winning 3-0 as well, all home on Barnes and Anthony Gordon and stuff like that. So the onus is back on us now to shape up and go out there and put on a performance tonight, and don't be shipping goals early and all that kind of stuff. We know Frankfurt, they will put up a challenge. They will raise their game against us. Liverpool are in town. When Liverpool are in town, everyone raises their game. We are going in on the back of a really poor result against Man United, our arch rivals and stuff like that. So the fan base is kind of up in arms at the moment. A lot of questions being asked on Arne Slot, a lot of questions being asked on these players and on the signings, and also really the senior players in the squad as well, who haven't really played well this season either. So a huge game tonight. Really looking forward to the lineup. But it'll be interesting to see what changes he brings in there. But a massive game coming up tonight at 8 o'clock. No doubt about it. We have to get the win on the board and get somewhat back on that road again, if you like. The feeling kind of is, if it does kind of click and we do jump into gear and get a few goals, and then if we can cement that with a big result against Brentford on Saturday night, Keith Andrews doing a phenomenal job as well, we may kind of ease our way back in there and stuff like that. All may not be lost, and what seems like a disaster, and I get it that the magnitude of losing to Man United and how it ratchets up and magnifies everything 100% and stuff like that is just, it's tough to take and it's hard to palate and stuff like that. And whatever about getting beaten by Palace at Selhurst Park and the manner of losing at Stamford Bridge, these are places that in the past we have gone to when we have dropped poor results or draws or whatever, but at home at Anfield against Man United, conceivably people talk about being one of the worst Man United sides and stuff like that and all. It just stank of kind of last year as well, except this year Maguire got the goal that sealed the win for them and stuff like that. So we shipped out that decade record, and we also shipped out Amarin getting back-to-back results, and will he build on that now against Brighton and stuff like that. But back to the game tonight. Really important that it's a solid lineup that goes out there. There may be some injury concerns and stuff like that, so we heard of McAllister training with Endo and stuff like that. So is that an indication maybe Gravenberch isn't available, or maybe he wants to change things up a little bit? We shall see. I certainly don't want to see Dominic Szoboszlai in the right back position. I want to see him if he's playing in midfield. How do we find that conundrum between Isaac and Ekitike and Florian Wirtz and all? You would think, being back on German soil, and you would think with the boys having a bit of knowledge in terms of the Bundesliga and stuff like that, you would expect Ekitike to start, you would expect Frimpong to start and Florian Wirtz to start. So what does that mean for Alexander Isak? Will we see him during the night? How does it feel about Mo Salah? Does Mo Salah sit down? Does Frimpong start at the right wing position? Bradley obviously in the right back position. We know Chiesa didn't travel with the squad, which is quite disappointing. He's come in and done a few cameo appearances this year and played really well. And really, when you're given that opportunity and you play that well, maybe you should be given a bit more of a run in the team. And these are the kind of decisions that the fan base at the moment is a little bit bewildered about. They're concerned about slot stubbornness and stuff like that. And also the key thing that's coming out at the moment as well is where last year the in-game management was really, really good. He was able to pick players, go in. If he needed to change a formation, he could change it, but in a more controlled manner. Now it seems there's an anxiety and a panic when we get to 65, 70 minutes, and he just empties the bench out, and it's just hell for leather. It's do or die. It'll deliver or it won't. And more often than not, we're getting caught in the transition and stuff like that, because we've literally just abandoned the shape and went for it, like as if it's nearly a cup final kind of thing, you know. And it doesn't feel like that the movements we're making at the moment in terms of changes and in terms of in-game management is in a controlled, thought out manner. It's more, let's throw this shit at the wall and see what sticks, and can we get over the line and get that win? Can we do kind of what we were doing in the first 5 games when we picked up the wins, now that we're missing chances and stuff like that? And it has to be said, last year I read an article, last year our average big chance creation was something like 3.9 average per game. This year it's over 6. So we've nearly doubled the big chance creations, but we're just not taking those chances. And you feel kind of like if Isaac takes the chance, if Cody takes the chance, maybe it's a different game. I know United had chances as well, but if you get those chances first, then the game is a very different narrative and stuff like that and all. So I think it's important that we go out tonight and we look a bit more solid, you know, a bit more controlled. You know, we control the game more. We're not coughing up the ball. We're not just throwing loose balls out there or flicking in hit and hope balls. Just a bit more about us when we're on the ball, and a bit more solidity when we're not on the ball. Because last year one of our big pluses was, even when we didn't have the ball, we felt like we were in control of the game. It didn't feel like there was a danger and stuff like that. This year, when we're not in control of the ball, there's an anxiety that there's going to be a goal on the end of it or a big chance, and that's a real concern. So I think tonight's a huge game. It's Champions League. You know, Liverpool and Champions League, we love that relationship, that anthem and all that kind of stuff hypes us up. But if we can't get hyped up for the game tonight, then we've got bigger issues and stuff like that. The fan base is absolutely out there and very, very divided and stuff like that and all. You know, people calling for slot out and stuff like that. People ringing into talk shows talking about, you know, how his stubbornness might be the undoing of us and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm kind of in a bit more of a little sort of control kind of place. I look at Arsenal that are 4 points ahead of us. If we beat Brentford on Saturday night, that gap is cut to 1. And then they have to go and play against Palace. I would expect them to be Palace the way they're playing at the moment, but you just never know. We have to mount that pressure between ourselves and Man City. We now have to put the pressure on Arsenal, who look like they're the ones out in front leading the pack. So can we do that? Can we respond? Can we heap that pressure on them to see have they really got the mettle to go and do it this season? At the moment, they very much look like it. But it all starts tonight. Big opportunity tonight to go out and put on a performance, get a few goals in the team, hopefully keep a clean sheet as well. God, I'd love to see a clean sheet, you know. But let's see what happens. Prediction tonight? Do I say the dreaded 3-1 again? I'm going to go 3-0. I'm not going to go 3-1 because I predicted 3-1 for the last number of games, and it's really come back to bite us and stuff like that. But let us know your potential lineup in the comments. Let us know your prediction as well. And of course, we will be back with a reaction show either tonight or tomorrow morning, so keep an eye out for that as well. Thursday Tier Talk tomorrow night as well. That show will go up today. Don't forget that. We'll probably go with a little earlier time because Darren's away, so I'll be going solo on that one. And then, then we'll be on to Friday. We'll be doing the preview for the Brentford game, and Saturday we'll probably do a watch along for the Brentford game, 8 o'clock on Saturday. Cheers folks for tuning in. This is the Shankly Sessions, the Liverpool podcast we bring you as part of the upper tier. If you could subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button and drop a like on the video. Come on you Reds, let's do this.